welcome back to Measure and Mix. Today I'm going to be making some Dollar Tree winter or Christmas DIYs. These are pieces that you could decorate with now and then leave them up all through the winter season. This video is in collaboration with a bunch of other awesome DIYers here on YouTube. Josie from Life at 50 and Beyond has brought us all together to bring you guys some winter DIYs for under $10. Check out all of these creators' channels. Their links are down below in my description box, but you can watch all of our videos for this collaboration with the link to the playlist, which is down below in my description box as well. Just click on that to watch all of our videos back to back to get some inspiration for the winter season. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you like home decor and DIYs on a budget, make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to ring that bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. All right, let's get started. For this first DIY, I'm going to be using two of these Beware signs I got at Dollar Tree back around Halloween time, and I never ended up using them, so I'm going to put them to good use now for some Christmas winter decor. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a pencil and just draw out on the bottom and the top side of one of these boards just a curved triangle, and then I took my box cutter and I scored along those lines to cut those pieces off. When you're using a box cutter, always make sure that you're cutting away from yourself and all your fingers are out of the way. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the other sign, but I'm going to use the first sign as a template. So I'm just going to place it on top of the other sign, and I'm going to use my pencil and just trace around it. Then I'm going to use my box cutter and again cut those pieces off. I forgot to mention what I'm going to be making out of these signs. I'm actually going to be making a set of skis that you could use as some winter wall decor. I've seen this type of decor at like Pottery Barn and Hobby Lobby and things like that. So what I'm going to do, because the signs are a little bit thicker than what I want them to be, is I'm just going to go ahead and mark them on each side and take my box cutter and cut the sides off of each sign. Again, I did the first sign and then used that as a template for the second sign. Next, I just used some sandpaper and sanded the edges of both of the faux skis. Then I gave each one a coat of white chalk paint, and then after that was dry, I came back with some stain and just brushed the edges on both of these and wiped them down to give them more of a weathered look. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cross them over one another and then use some hot glue to attach them together. Next, to decorate the skis, I'm going to use these two picks I got from Dollar Tree, and I just placed them in the center of the skis and crisscrossed them and used some hot glue to hold them down. To cover up the stems on my picks, all I'm going to do is make a bow out of some burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree. To make my bow, I just pulled some ribbon out and then folded it over, and then pulled more ribbon out and folded that over on top of the first loop. I ended up making 5 loops on each side, so I folded it 10 times. And then I cut the ribbon, and then I had enough left over on that same spool of ribbon to go ahead and use to tie my bow together in the center. Once it was tied together, all I did was fluff out the loops to make it look more like a bow, and then the ribbon that I used to tie the bow together with made tails for my bow, so I just went ahead and dovetailed those tails with my scissors, and I hot glued the bow on top of the stems on the skis. The last thing I did was take some twine and hot glue it to the back of each ski to make a little hanger, and that was it. I think that these turned out so cute for some winter and Christmas decor. The next DIY, I'm going to use 4 of these picture frames from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to remove the backs and the glass. I'm going to set the glass aside because I'm going to use that, but I'm not going to use the backs. And I would have taken the tabs out, but I couldn't find my pliers to get them out. So for now, I just bent them upwards and I'll take them out later. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and hot glue all 4 of these frames together to make it look like a window, and use some popsicle sticks to reinforce the seams. Then I took some white chalk paint and just dry brushed over all of the frames because all of my frames didn't match in color. Then I went ahead and put the glass back in the frames. I just added a dab of glue to each corner and then put the glass in, and then added another dab of glue to each corner. Now what I'm gonna do is take these Let It Snow stencils from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna place it upside down, and I'm gonna stencil the Let It Snow onto each one of these pieces of glass with some white chalk paint. I did let on one, it on another, and then snow on the other one. And then the last frame, I did some snowflakes that were on the green stencil that came from Dollar Tree. Then on the back side, I also did in the corner, just dab some of the white chalk paint, so that way it looked like snow was piling on the windows. Next, I thought it looked a little plain and it needed some sort of contrast, so I went ahead and had these Dollar Tree wooden snowflake ornaments. So I just strung some twine onto each one of them and tied them together at different heights, and then hot glued them to the top center of my window. I was really trying to stay neutral with this window, but you could definitely add some more color. It's up to you, whatever your taste is and however you decorate for the holidays. The last thing I did was add this handle from Home Depot to the bottom of the frame. I just hot glued it down, and I think this is real simple but pretty. For the last DIY, I'm going to be using 3 of these mason jars from Dollar Tree. Now you could use whatever mason jars you have lying around, or even old food jars, because I'm just going to be covering these up with some craft paper from Dollar Tree. So what I did was just cut a big piece of craft paper, and then I cut that in half. You just need a square that is going to fit around your mason jar. And then what I'm going to do is bring the corners of that craft paper up and bunch it up around the top lid of the mason jar. And then I'm going to take some twine and just tie the craft paper to the mason jar with that twine. And I'm just trying to make this kind of like an old rustic potted plant is the look I'm going for. So I am just gonna add these little pine cones that I got from Dollar Tree. They look like they're snow covered. I just hot glued them to the center of my bow. And then what I'm going to put in my mason jar are the trees from Dollar Tree. I just am gonna go ahead and fluff the branches upward a little bit and use some white chalk paint to flock the branches to make it look more white and snowy and natural. And then I'm just gonna place the tree inside the mason jar, and that is really it. I just did this to 3 of the trees and 3 of the jars, and like I said, I just think this looks so farmhouse and rustic for Christmas and winter time, something you can use throughout the season. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed these winter DIYs on a budget. Everything was under $10 to make. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out that playlist linked down below in the description box to watch all of the videos in this collaboration to get some more inspiration. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.